Hi there and welcome back to Famous EFC. My name is of course Adam. It is the final word, Everton 2, Aston Villa 3 at Villa Park. Well, Everton was leading a 2-0 win, then we beat 3-2 at Villa Park by a Villa side who's, let's just be honest, who is amazing and who can score goals more than Everton, unfortunately. But it is what it is. We've done it again. We've done it again. We've done it again. We've lost 3-2. We've done it again. What do you think of that song I've just made up just then? I've just made that song. Anyway, but it is what it is. I'm not going to rant or say the manager needs sacking, but we all know that Sean Dyche does need the sack anyway. He's not the man to take us forward because we've seen in the Villa game we were 2-0 up again and we've blown it again. 3-2 again. But literally, this is going to keep happening while Sean Dyche is the Everton manager. But the only positive we can take from this is that we've scored. But the rest, I don't see is positive at all. I don't see. But it's really hurting me seeing this football club struggling again, fighting relegation. But I don't see how we can progress with Sean Dyche as the Everton manager. But it's just baffling me, seeing that how we're struggling so much and why Sean Dyche is not trying and is not willing. Don't get me wrong, he got all the substitutions right, but he's got the starting lineup again wrong. I'll tell you what, if we had Jarrod Branthwaite in that lineup or Nathan Patterson, then I don't think that we've lost the game. But I'm hoping that Nathan Patterson and Jarrod will be starting for our next game against Southampton, then our Premier League game against against Leicester as well. So let's hope that we can. But unfortunately, it came to a defeat yesterday afternoon at Villa Park. But we played again absolutely great game of football in the second half again. The first half was really horrible, bad. We knew that we weren't going to have hardly touch the ball, and also we knew Villa were going to have more shots on goal and more possession too, because at the end of the day, that's Villa for you, isn't it? But this is another one. What baffles me what Sean Dyche said in his press conference. So I'm going to play Dyche's press conference, and this is what baffles me. Rather sorry. So I'm just going to play it real.
Frustrating one in the end. What's your initial verdict on that one?
Incredibly frustrating in a different way. The last time was, head scratching because you see 7 minutes. Today wasn't like that. I thought the players delivered. Obviously it was hard to take with the fullback situation. Then another one coming out the side with illness during the game, which was hard to take at that stage. Reshuffling and reorganising the best we could, and then we conceded a soft goal, 2-0 up, for them to get the one. And then the big change in the game is it comes from a brilliant chance, and if that goes in, the whole stadium changes, the mood changes. It's not easy to say, but you fancy yourself to go and win it. Not that easy, but I fancied it at that stage because it was a great move and a great chance. And then they go the other end and score from a mistake. And at the minute, we're getting punished for everything that goes into our box that looks like it's going to be trouble. It's ended up with trouble. And that's something we've got to change, quite obviously.
I know you've mentioned before already about putting together a full performance, a full package to win games, but ultimately, how many positives can you take from finding more of those game-changing moments in terms of the goals and the chances that were created?
Yeah, it was tough coming. We're down to, the full-back situation has been tough. Getting the team out there, but playing in that way, picking them up from the last time, but I thought the reaction was good. The tactical reaction was good in the first half, absorbing and then breaking when we could. slowing them down and making it a slow game, but ready for us to break. And I thought we did that really well. And like I say, we lost a fullback, which was not ideal with the situation with the fullbacks. And then, we finished the half in pretty solid form, and we started the next half in solid form. We have a big chance. And at the end of the day, we can debate it all you want, but goals change games. If we take our chance today, even the 3-2, we hit the bar, another good chance, good play from Dom. I mean, he fights the lad off, and it's a great chance. And we hit the bar, and unfortunately, at the minute, the margins are really hurting us. I mean, I talk about endlessly because you can see it at the moment. Every mistake seems to get punished, and every time we have a chance to punish someone else, we haven't done. That's my responsibility as manager and the players' responsibility as a collective. So the work continues.
It does feel like another tough one to say, but we saw today from the reaction for the players, to go 2-0 up in the first place, that they are capable of reacting, they are taking on the messages. What do you say to the players after a game like that, after putting in such a big effort and ultimately coming out frustrated?
Well, famous manager called Jimmy Searle says it's the same oars and the same canoe, so keep rowing. And I said to him, lads, it's about us, it's about the collective. We've been in some really tough situations that you well know, our supporters know, and we've come through it. It's another tough situation. It's another massive challenge. It's our responsibility, starting with me, to come through it. That's the next challenge. Park all the injuries, park all the excuses about us going to challenge ourselves to win football matches. And that's what we've got to do, quite obviously. More killer instinct in one box and more killer instinct in the other. Make sure we keep clean sheets. Make sure we take our chances. Sounds easy. It's quite obviously not that easy, but that's the responsibility that I have, my coaching team and the players.
Obviously, stretched the extreme in the fullback positions, as you mentioned. Mikolenko going off today again. So it was illness. Do you know how he is?
Yeah, just a general illness. I won't know until the illness shows itself, but he just felt ill, so he felt he had to come off.
And obviously 2 games in 5 days next week. Does that present another opportunity to go again and put one of those performances together? Like
I mean, we'll get out there what we can and the players that we can and hope for a better outcome and work for a better outcome, that's for sure. I must say the fans were great again today. A lot of question marks and all that business over myself and some things I've said which have been completely misquoted. I don't know where that story came from, but it did. Anyway, they were terrific again today. They were in good voice. They were trying to get behind us, and they're seeing the team give their lot. But at the minute, we're not getting on the right side of the margin. That's what I've got to correct. That's what we've got to correct.
And just finally, obviously, a few players out missing today. Would there be any chance that they could feature next week?
I think it's improbable, but we'll see how we go on Monday.
That's what Sean Dyche said in his press conference. That's what baffled me quite a bit. But yet again, we've lost a Premier League game. So now it all eyes down to Saturday's game against Leicester in the Premier League. Sean Dyche must win Leicester. If he doesn't win Leicester on Saturday, then he's got to go for me. Sean Dyche has to be sacked as Everton manager if we get beat by Leicester, because that'll be 5 games without a win. And we've conceded the most in the first Premier League. We're only 4 games into the season and we've already conceded 3 goals already. That cannot happen. So, get beat by Leicester, then for me, Sean Dyche will be sacked as Everton manager, because there'll be hugely massive amount of pressure on the manager. And for me, I'll see Everton sacking him. Guarantee he'll be sacked, because that's ridiculous, the amount of games we've gone without a win. But I've got positive that he can turn it around, especially on Tuesday in the Carabao Cup when we face Southampton at Goodison Park. Another team, but a hell lot worse than Everton. Southampton are, no disrespect to the Southampton fans or any Southampton players, but they are horrendous, more horrendous than Everton. So we don't win them, then we've got serious problems on our hands with the manager on why we're not winning games like that at home. And also, we should be winning Leicester, because Leicester are the side who haven't even had a win like Everton. They've only had 1 draw and 3 losses. And Everton have had 4 losses, 0 wins and 0 draws. And that shouldn't be happening. We should be winning Premier League games, especially like the likes of your Leicesters. You should be winning and we definitely should be winning. Crystal Palace at home, and your other teams at Goodison, we should be winning. So for me, for now, yeah, there is going to be huge pressure on Dyche, and questions will be pushed to him. So of course, like the video, subscribe to the channel. We want to try and get to 1,000 subscribers before Christmas. That's our biggest aim now. So go on, let's get involved. Because right now we've got to do this. And I can see Sean Dyche changing his ways now, and we're going to win 2 games on the trot. We're going to win the Carabao Cup at home against Southampton, and I can also see us winning Leicester at the Kane Power Stadium, and that, guys, is a must-win. That is literally hugely must win. But I see Everton surviving again this season. Even if we do end up keeping Sean Dyche, I see him surviving us. And I also see that we'll get through this as a football club, as a fan base, and we're staying up in the Premier League this season. Keep the positive going, keep the overflow. Even if you can't, just look at Dyche will probably only have 1 more game left in charge at Everton, and if we lose either both or to Leicester, then he's gone. So enjoy the video, like, subscribe, leave a comment, and we'll get involved as many as we can. But unfortunately, Everton lost yesterday 3-2 at Villa Park. Up the Toffees. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.